Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Soulful Cup. This is Star, and today I want to talk about the 5 steps for mind shifting. I created this booklet, right? And when I do group sessions, I use the booklet. And then for everyone out there, you can go to the description and you'll find it as a PDF. It's basically a journal companion, and it's the framework that I use for when I do tarot card healing sessions or when I'm listening to someone and getting them to this state of self empowerment and upliftment. Okay. So you get to have this for yourself now. And some things that I want to say about this is that it has helped me feel more self empowered, feel more right with myself, more, there's less inner conflict, less uh, sabotaging conversations in my mind. Of course, whenever I do get triggered, I do go back to some of that, and it's just been less and less through the practice of it. I've been doing it for 5 years, and I've completely eliminated the word hopelessness from my feelings list. Um, that was something that I was feeling throughout my teens and my 20s, where I had been suicidal most of my life and just dealing with so much trauma, so many triggers, and just being completely oblivious to what was going on with me. And so now it's just like, oh, I just have to go back and check in, right? Of course, I've received a lot of help along the way, and I believe that the 5 steps came about from really absorbing the understandings from different sources, including healers, counselors, spiritual leaders, scriptures, the tarot itself, and just looking everywhere for relief, looking everywhere for solutions. And it just one day just came in this specific order, and ever since I've just been tweaking little things here and there, just making it even better. So yeah, I'm gonna start talking about how it works. And if you've downloaded the PDF, you'll be able to go along with the explanation. So we have the step 1, which I named focus. It's just kind of getting a handle on what it is I'm trying to address when I'm checking in. A lot of times, I don't really know what the problem is. There might be an overwhelming feeling, or I may be avoiding something that I will need to do because I'm having inner conflict and I'm not sure, um, yeah, how to proceed. Another thing that I may be experiencing is that everything I'm doing or saying just comes back at me in the wrong way, in an experience that I don't like. So I immediately understand that I need to check in. And so in those moments that I don't exactly know what's bothering me, I can skip the first step about like writing what it is that I want to address, and then just go on to understand what feelings and needs are there. And then later on, I obviously get clarity on what it is that's bothering me. So I just want to talk about a couple of things. What is a good indicator of internal conflict? Um, an internal conflict is when two of your three faculties are out of alignment. What are the three faculties? Thinking, feeling, and willing. Willing being your literally your vitality, your energy. Um, so imagine you had a situation where you're falling asleep, you're really tired, but your boyfriend, girlfriend calls you and they want to come over, and you get super energetic again. So, willing is when both your thoughts and your feelings are in alignment and your body responds to it, unless you're having uh, to deal with like a physical illness. which can also be influenced through aligning thinking and feeling. Because when you have these two faculties affected by each other or in conflict with each other, you create stress hormones, and which causes most illnesses. So in a way, this is a full alignment of your body and your mind and your spirit. And yeah, just creating inner harmony. Okay, so so thinking and feeling being in conflict looks like I want to do this, like it would make me feel really good to do this, but I know that it's not good for me. So your thoughts come in like, hey, don't do that, you shouldn't do that. Or it could be in reverse, where you are really thinking something's going to be good for you, but something doesn't feel right. Okay. um yep, so these are the ways to realize if you have any inner conflict. And then we'll go over to step 2. So I'm reading this as I'm talking to you so I can reference everything that, like the order of things, because I have a lot of explanations to give to each step, to each factor in the process. So okay, so step 2, I call it acknowledgement. It's also like a purge. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is identify and label what you're feeling and what you're needing. Okay. So a lot of times we think we're feeling something, but it's something else. A lot of times we have feelings about our feelings or thoughts about our feelings in reality. And that's where we come in with guilt and shame. Okay? Those are thoughts about our feelings. I don't like what I'm feeling. I don't like that I'm feeling anger towards this person. And so you start judging yourself. Okay? So getting to this very simplistic one word list can be very helpful, just to label, this is the experience I'm having right now without any judgment. In terms of needs, this is basically separating the situation that you're having from what's happening inside you. So I'm going to give an example. If you want a job from a specific company, specific position, because of the schedule, the pay, and the company culture, right? These are 3 things that you're looking for. You may not get that job and get triggered and get sad about not getting the job. But if you identify that what you're actually looking with that schedule is for structure or predictability and order in your life, if you what you're or you're looking for freedom, like you only get to work 4 days a week instead of 5, so freedom. um, the company culture, well, you're looking for community. The pay, you're looking for security. So stripping down the desire, which is that identifying that need, like connecting it to a thing, stripping that down, now we're to the core of what your experience is. You are looking for security, community, and freedom. Let's say you get another job the next day that they say, no, you can't get this position, and that job has all the same qualities, and you get the job. You immediately forget about the sadness of not getting that other position because it has been satisfied, you see? And so this is stripping down all of the things that make us fight with life, and just being able to kind of go with the flow, go with what's happening, and still feel empowered by understanding what you can control. Okay? Feelings, needs. Okay. So now that we have acknowledged that this is the experience that we're having, this is the need that we're having, we've written down as many words that resonate with you, that you can feel it in your body. This is it. Um, Now, I want us to drop more into that feeling, more into that experience of that need. Um, you can underline the two or three top needs that you identified. You could put a star on top of the one that resonates the most. This will help you in the next steps. And it will help you to go into the experience to the deepest, um, to the deepest extent that you can. So let's say you identify that you're feeling sad because you need connection. Where in your body do you feel that sadness? Do you feel it in your throat, in your chest area, in your stomach, in your ribs, right? Tightness, achiness, tingling, nausea. Obviously, using your discernment if you have an actual medical condition. Um, but yeah, seeing these subtle changes in our body when we're looking at this word sadness, when we're looking at this word connection, right? In the example of the job, when we're looking at that security, that community, and that freedom, all these feelings and experiences that we're having in that moment, we can breathe into it and release it. So let's say you imagine that when you inhale, the molecules of oxygen go into that area where you're feeling that discomfort. Oh, you can make a noise if you need to. You could shake your body, right? And in this way, it's like tapping into the somatic principles of releasing emotions from our body. Okay. In the step 3, um, it's the requesting step. And this is, when you put it down to it, a prayer. But if you don't believe in Father, Mother, God, you don't want to get involved in anything spiritual, you can look at it as a request to your higher faculties, to your subconscious and unconscious information that you have on how to heal yourself, right? So I'm going to make an example. I'm going to do a prayer right now. And I'm going to use my experience in this moment. Okay? Okay, dear Mother, Father, God, I am feeling discomfort in speaking these concepts so publicly. I need reassurance. I need security, peace, and clarity to convey the concept in a way that will not cause inner conflict and outer conflict. Amen. Okay, so this is our step 3, and I'll explain the reason for that. In step 1 and 2, you were in a state of lack. I was in a state of lack because I was needing something. The word need literally means that you don't have it, okay? And coming into a request is coming into a state of neutrality. Instead of lack, neutrality. May I please have it? And that gives way to the state of abundance that we're going to tap into in the 4th step, which is for grounding, where we will do what I call focused gratitude. That quality of life that you identified as a need is actually an experience that you get to have. And you can bring that experience into your body instantly. After you have let go of the experience that you were having with the situation that you're having, you connect to your now and you look around and you can see, what you see, if you hear anything, smell, taste, or if you can feel the textures around you, right? And you can use absolutely any of the things that you're experiencing to connect it to the experience that you were looking for. Example, I was looking for, what did I say in my prayer? Security, clarity, confidence, I believe. I can't remember now. But anyways, that's why you have to write it in the journal. But I should have written it. In this seat that I'm in, I feel very secure. I don't feel like I'm going to fall. I feel like I'm being held very well. I recently cooked something for lunch and I said I was going to eat lunch after making the video. So I can experience peace in the aftertaste of that food that I tasted, right? Oh, I have lunch. I don't have to worry about lunch, right? So just like that, you can turn these needs that you identified into qualities of life that you're experiencing right now. And after you are in that state, that newly recovered state of mind, then you can also amplify it by identifying pleasant feelings, which in the booklet I put a list of pleasant feelings as well. Are you feeling happy, clear, content, alert, encouraged, interested? So words like that can amplify that experience. And then you can do the last step, which is move. Move can be two things. You can move toward a specific goal that maybe fulfills that need, right? Or amplifies the experience. Or you can move towards something that you're feeling like doing right now that maybe has nothing to do with the goal, but you feel really called to it. That's just an indication that there is something there for you, that there is more of that same quality, and that can actually support your goals in the long run. So just continuing to amplify that feeling. When you're feeling like you want to do something towards your goal, you may even feel like you need to plan something. So even just writing down the plan can amplify the experience that you're having already. And so this is a very important part of the 5 steps, because it's basically pulling. You first went inside, you transformed it through a journey of neutralizing and then noticing the experience, and going into the abundance. You grounded it into your present moment, and now when you move, you're basically bringing in and integrating that experience into your life. So I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions, comment below and I will try to answer them in future videos. I will also I'm looking into doing a video about how all of these explanations work together with the tarot, which is my preferred method of healing. How the thinking, feeling, and willing are depicted in the tarot, how all the understandings that I got here are also depicted there, and that the 5 steps can be used as a framework for healing. For example, if you are needing to do the purging part, you can help somebody identify their situation through the cards, right? And just do a reading for them and just acknowledge that the present situation is what it is, right? And have them breathe out the discomfort and all that. And in that way, you're doing a healing, guided tarot healing session, basically. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all.